And we must be live. Just to make sure you just smell me, let me try the stream here on YouTube to see if everything is working accordingly. I haven't even checked the mic to see if it's okay or not. With the blood clot kids, we're gonna get started regardless. Man. If you guys can't hear me, too bad, so sad. Wrong. Zoocci Coke Dope is in some iffy situation. It's been probably 5 years now. Why, bud? If I search Brian Savinsky, YouTube should show me a live Shandis. If I click on the live thing, if I search Brian Savinsky, bitch, YouTube should show me a live Shandis. If I click on the live thing, you damn right. Bitch. Let's get right into it. Ladies and gentlemen, my name is Brian Sivana. You there smell me. Appreciate you guys for joining the stream tonight. This one's going to be a 3-hour stream, this one. I can tell you right now, there's too much to go through, Chad. Way too much to go through. Kunene went to the MacG podcast and, yeah, he said a couple of things that took me back a bit, you know what I'm saying? Because I remember back in like 2023 maybe, Zoocci was in a little sticky situation with Stay Low. You know, the guys there, Stay Low, were like, boy, we're not letting you go, fam. Zoocci's like, hey, get me out of here. They like, boy, you signed to a contract that is binding. Probably a 360, who knows? I doubt it's a 360, but I say the way Zoocci was acting, it kind of felt like, yo, contracting young way asata. So I remember Stay Low went to the Sobering podcast. Stay Low, I think it was Vaughn and Fred. From when I know Fred, I can't remember where I know Fred from, but Fred has always been on my TV screen growing up as a kid. So that's how I know Fred. As for Vaughn, first time seeing that white brew, you did feel me? They at the Sobering podcast, and yeah, I remember when the episode ended, I was like, oh, now I get it. Now I get why Zoocci is in a sticky situation with these brews. And he can't really get out because the fine print reads whatever it read. Obviously, Stay Low didn't share what's written in the fine print, but it's like, yo, it kind of sounded like Zoocci owed the Blues songs or maybe a tape or two. I just can't remember exactly. So that's why I'm like, you know what? Let's quickly investigate the story. We're going to play the MacG segment where Kenny Kunene talks about Zoocci and Stay Low. And we're just going to take whatever Kenny Kunene says and literally just go back in the past to try to figure out, to say, is there anything valid that Kenny Kunene said that you can run with in 2026? Because back then I remember I was like, nah, Zoocci, boy, hard and fun. I was like, this is an MT situation. MT was signed to Ambitious. He got the short end of the stick. His signature was on the fine print, so hard poison. Askis. You played yourself, it is what it is. Hard fine. But I don't know, man. I guess it's one way to find out, chat. Like I said, we're just going to quickly do an investigation. We're going to go back to like all the videos. You know what I'm saying? I remember Marcus Harvey also had a little back and forth with Zoocci. Marcus Harvey had a few tweets. Zoocci probably responded with a song, if I can't remember correctly. But yeah, I guess tonight we're just going back in history to try and see if there's actually substance to Kenny Kunene's allegations about Stay Low and whatnot. And if he's really declaring war against these brews, is he really going to win? Because it turns out these brews are boost rich, right? He even said it himself. Kenny Kunene even said it himself that say these kids inherited some guapito from daddy. Daddy built an empire, so hey, they cock rich. They're not the normal ones. So if Kenny's really trying to go at it with these brews like that, does he have the financial stamina to survive, you know, the long run of legal battles going back and forth, paying lawyers? You know what I'm saying? Does he have the right pockets to go against such a big, powerful empire that Stay Low is probably, you know, a heir to? Let's find out. I don't know. Let's find out. And I also want to do a little bit of research as to who are the owners of Stay Low and if they are, you know, a subset of a larger umbrella. I don't know. I really want to find out who owns this label. Who are these brews for real? You know what I'm saying? So chat, it's gonna be a very informative night. Again, thank you guys for joining me tonight. Hold on. The chat is it's like much better, right? The chat is right here, Booty. Again, welcome. Guys, who doesn't like hip-hop? You know what I'm saying? Normally I do like a stupid stream about something that's trending, but I'm like, you know what? That shit is depressing. That shit is boring. Who doesn't like hip-hop? I don't give a blood clot if there's 5 people in here. Let's get busy. Mom, Fuman. Alrighty then. I know you guys can't see Jack on my screen. I'm just gonna quickly close Chrome because Chromium by Z Chrome Mudogo. It tends to like make my shit buffer. So let me quickly close Chrome. And we're gonna get started, man. First clip you're gonna have is where Kunene was talking about Zoocci there at the MacG podcast, right? So we're gonna take that as context to drive us forward. Homeslice is saying Steyn ENT is owned by the Steyn Group. Hey bro, what else? Who and what the blood clot is the Steyn Group? What do they do? You feel what I'm saying? Okay, so Steyn ENT is like the umbrella, and underneath that umbrella you have Stay Low. Is that the case? Is it like a universal, and then right under universal you have what? I don't know, Rock Nation type situation? Which one is this one now? Anywho, I'll wait for Homeslice to like pop out the facts for us. I'm gonna quickly. They are in real estate. Millionaires, billionaires, those ones. Hey, Kunene going against real estate brews. Good luck, buddy. Good luck. On a serious note, I don't know, man. Yo, the money goes a long way. They sell one hotel, they can fight you for the next 20 years. Fact. Are you sure? Are you sure you wanna go against the brews? Good luck. Anywho, give me a sec, chat. Just quickly I didn't set up the stream before I started the stream, so you guys gonna have to bear with me. Like, we're literally doing this together, guys. You feel what I'm saying? We're literally doing this together. And I hope there's no buffering. On a serious note, I hope there's really no buffering. And if it does buffer, chat, please let me know. If there is a bit of buffering, you guys should please let me know so I can quickly investigate and see how I can fix it up. You feel what I'm saying? So I'm gonna say MacG. I know you guys can't see my screen yet. I'm gonna share it shortly. Kenny. I'm gonna share it in like 5 seconds. Okay. Blood cloud. We might as well do that. Give me a sec. Window capture properties. Guys, I need a better machine. Okay. I need a better machine so I don't have to do all of this extra tedious stuff. Okay. So for now, you guys are just gonna have to work with me here. Tough. Suffer. Even the Wi-Fi needs help as well. Remember the other day it was overheating and it just started glitching and shit. So I'm gonna grab some milk in the fridge and put some milk on top of the wireless Wi-Fi router. Give me a sequito. And why is the video not playing? Guys, we need sponsors, eh?
This guy, he was a school teacher, went to prison, became a...
Chat, we obviously, hold on. We're obviously not watching the whole Shandy, so I'm just gonna quickly fast forward to where he was talking about Zoocci and him, okay? You guys should give me 2 seconds, I'll say. I have the milk balanced on top of the Shandis, and we can marinate accordingly. Asa, poison, the marijuana. I didn't cop the damn team, boy. I mean, mommy only arrived like an hour ago. You feel what I'm saying? So nah, I couldn't make it. Anywho, as we do so well, let's find that Zoocci Shandis. At least there's timestamps here, so we can find the Zoocci thing quick, fast, and hurried. Outside.
People have come to me, including Zoocci. Future is being destroyed.
The dealer
by some white family.
Oh.
By the son of the legendary Steyn. They own Steyn City.
Steyn City.
Yeah.
They own Hallmark as well.
Yes, his father left him with a fortune.
Bit of a glitch, chat. Let me
employed
fix it.
some white boy, I can't remember his name, that evil boy. and they have built a studio somewhere, and they are using their power to destroy black talent in hip hop.
Nope, it's not the case. Why does everything have to be exaggerated? They are using their power to destroy black talent. I don't know, man. I feel like that's a bit of a type of statement.
It's not only Zoocci, they've given him a contract, and they have destroyed him. But I'm fighting for him. I'm fighting for him now.
It's been 5 years. Home Slice is still fighting. Okay.
He wants to get out of the contract. He can't produce any song. He can't work with anyone. They take people to court.
Whoa.
I just forgot.
So they take people to court. Guys, I need a pen and paper so I can take notes of everything that he says so we can be able to validate whatever he's saying. Because I feel like Home Slice just went on this gigantic platform just to, like, you know what I'm saying, spew some, I'm not going to say garbage, but literally spew some, what's the word? It's I don't even have the Sotho version of this word. So if I can't say it in English, then I'm screwed. You know, if you know what I'm saying. But you can't just put up on a public platform and start, you know what I'm saying, literally throwing all kinds of garbage on somebody else's name. Especially if you're literally taking the legal route to sort the issue out. You know what I'm saying? I feel like if you're really taking the legal route to sort the issue out, then why not just let the lawyers deal with it? You know what I'm saying? How is you going on a public platform going to make your lawyer's life easy? I mean, we all know how these things turn out. Like, the lawyer always comes out tweeting like saying, my client said this and the third on a public platform, on a podcast, and we as the team, as the law team running this case, we feel like our client was misinterpreted or, you know, was made out of context or whatever. The statements he said were just driven out of context. Shut up. If it's really up to if you're really taking these blues to court, then why the blood clot you talking about on a public platform? I feel like Home Slice he's bugging. I feel like he's bugging. I won't lie. Bluffing too. I feel like he's bluffing. I don't know. I feel like he's bluffing. You know what I mean? I've just never seen somebody literally win a court case against. I mean, we've had cases, you know what I'm saying, but it's Boozway and the blues who win these cases against these gigantic labels. These blues have like gang guap, Eminems of the world. I think Michael Jackson probably won a few cases against his oppressors. You know what I mean? But I think it's just a money exercise, and who can literally outrun the other blue, as we've seen in the past with like the bigger court cases regarding I mean, even Kanye West himself, he's still trying to get his masters back. I don't think he'll ever get them shits back, and his money goes a long way, but still the labels are making it hard for blue. So I've never seen, I've seen Kanye West going on podcasts and public platforms, literally talking all kinds of smack on Twitter about his oppressors, you know, the record labels that have his music tied down in their blood clot vaults, if I may say that, you know what I mean? But talking about these things in public platforms, I don't see how that's gonna help, especially with everything that he said. Guys, I need you guys to listen to what Kunene is saying in this segment of this podcast. I'm playing that shit back. I'm sorry. This shit is too good.
People
this is content.
Come to me, including Zoocci. Future is being destroyed by some white family.
Oh.
By the son of the legendary Steyn. They own Steyn City.
Steyn City.
Yeah. They own Hallmark as well.
Yeah.
Blood clot is Steyn City, guys. I'm sorry. This is an investigation. So if I'm gonna post the video 10,000 times and you mad about it, suffer. Steyn. That might be vague as hell. Let me say Steyn. Hold on. Steyn City is a what luxury Johannesburg. There we go. I think we found something, chat. Reads here, Steyn City is a premier 2,000 acre, 900 hectare luxury lifestyle estates in Johannesburg. I don't know if you guys know how big, whatever. Located between Fourways and Lenzeria. It offers a secure, expansive parkland environment featuring a Nicholas designed golf course. Stop playing with me. A 300-meter lagoon. Blood clot. How do you pronounce this word? Equestrian Center. 445-kilometer promenade. The fuck is that? Hold on. I can't Google everything. And the Steyn City Hotel by Saxon. Okay, sharp. So they are really into real estate. These blues are actually boost active in real estate, clearly. Yeah, that money goes a long way. I'm sorry. Imagine how much they're making from the golf course alone. Never mind all the property. Never mind all the hotel visits and whatnot. Stop playing with me. This is not a normal family. Featuring an 18-hole blah blah champion. Stop playing. They probably host, like, you know what I'm saying? Who knows? Maybe that brew. Who's that brew? Maybe the golf champion, the one who smashed like 50 white women. Yeah, that guy. He probably played here, probably in the 90s or whatever. I wonder how long this family has been owning the Shandies for. Let me say. Oh, he passed on. Hold on, this brew passed on in 2025. Hey, boo. He was a pensioner, 72 years old. Okay, Fed. Homeslice Steyn was a South African insurance tycoon billionaire. That's it, guys. So this is what Kunene is trying to go against. This is pretty much what Kunene is like. Yo, XA, MacG. There's this white family who's taking out, who's destroying South African talent. And these blues just happen to own one of the biggest properties on blood clot in Jersey, right? And yeah, man, these are the billionaires that Homeslice is trying to go against. Good luck, buddy. He's a visionary founder behind the 2,000 acre Steyn City luxury. All that jazz. Okay, Fede, we read that already. All right, now we know who we're dealing with, right? It's this gentleman over here. Well, his family rather, because he's no longer around. He passed on. R.I.P. I suppose. And I'm quickly gonna check the chat. Let me know if you can't see my screen, okay? Chat, there's one thing I'm having an issue with, and it's bugging me. I'm not gonna lie, bro. I can't see the chat. I can't see the chat, and I really want to read chat. Ish. This is Bob. So I'm trying to figure out another way to read the chat. Anywho, who is this man's offspring? What happened to Wikipedia, chat? Wikipedia just disappeared. I remember when I did a YouTube search, Wikipedia was the first thing on, you know what I'm saying? Now it just disappeared. They just replaced it with AI overview. Wiki. I guess Wikipedia just lost validity over the years. Let's start with Homeslice is, chat. Born 1952, right? Passed on February 2025. South African billionaire businessman. The founder of the BGL Group, right? A UK-based insurance and financial services company. And the parent of Compare the Market dossier. Okay, fair. Steyn had links to South African politics. There we go, see? Having housed former South African President Nelson Mandela at the Saxon Hotel, Villas and Spa. Stop playing with me. This brew is not the normal one. Okay, so it's a so he owns a so he's the founder of a BGL group, a boost empire that is UK based, right? And they in the financial services, they're running finances, I suppose. And this brew once housed blood clot the former President Nelson Mandela, dog. So who's, I mean, probably Madiba was allegedly under his payroll. Who knows? So this brew had ties with like the Madibas of the world. And now we have Kunene trying to go against his son. Okay, feed. According to the Sunday Times rich list in 2021, Steyn had an estimated net worth of 2.05 billion. Bro, this is not dollars. This is not dollars. This is not, you know what I'm saying? This is not rands. This is not the naira. This is not the Zim dollar. This is euros, dog. This symbol has to be euros. 2.5 billion euros. Let's bring this. Hold on, chat. So how many zeros does 2 billion have? 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3. Right? 6 zeros, yeah, for sure. Hold on. No. That's million. Add another. Hold on. Chat, how many zeros does. So what's this number? Hold on, chat. Hey, I remember this one time. Kanagman, this bro. I remember our former president tried to read a number and he's like, yo, what the fuck? That's me right now, so that's one. 37 million. Okay, Fidesz, so I need another zero. That's it. Now we can count. So this brew has 377 billion. Nah. Chat, I can't count. This brew has 377 billion. How many zero? I can't believe I'm googling this. How many zeros does a billion? 9 zeros. Hold on. So I put. Hold on. Okay, feed. 9 zeros. So a billion has 9 zeros. Okay, feed. So it's 1. It's 3. This is so embarrassing. 3, 6. Okay, feed. I need 2 more. Hold on, chat. Nah, there's no way. 3, 6, 9. How much does this man have, dog? Chat, wait. Hold on, chat. So it's 3, 6, 9. Hold on. Wait. It went too fast. 3, 6, 3. Nah, that's too much money, bro. That's too much money, bro. Kunene wants to take this family to court. And they have too much money to literally fight this whole court case. Okay, Fede Kenny. Alright, Fede Kenny. Not saying that he can't win. I'm just saying Fede Kenny. You know what I'm saying? Good luck, Buta. Good luck, hot man. I got him fit. What? It's too much money. Where's the offspring? Okay, let's find the offspring. Spouse passed on in 2013. I'm looking for the kids though. So Wikipedia doesn't show the kids, no? I guess I'll have to settle for a Google search then. Chilled. We just need the names, and I'm just gonna put the names down on the side here. Hold on. Yeah. Alright, there's an article that has a few names here. So that should help. Insurance pioneer, blah, say blah. Has passed on at age. I saw the kids somewhere. Okay, feed. Steyn leaves behind his wife and his 3 children. So here are the children, yeah? Alright, cool. We got the children names, chat. What's this? I'm looking for sticky notes. I got my sticky notes on the screen. You there, feel me? So, chat, I'm just gonna put the kids' names on a sticky note so that while we go through this investigation, if I can copy and paste, of course. Can I? I can't. Sticky notes doesn't want to work. So I'm going to tap out the names then. It's Louis, Tanya, and TJ. Those are the names. So I want to figure out who the white brew is. Right? When I say white brew, I'm talking about the one that I saw on the podcast, on the episode with the brews. On the episode with the Sobering podcast, 80. You feel what I'm saying? I want to figure out who he is because his name is Vaugh. Right? Oh, Vaughn. Vaughn Teo, yeah. So how does he come in the picture? I'm gonna say dad. You know, this name probably might be we're not looking for Peter Teo. I know Peter. I'm not looking for Peter. I'm looking for another blue. See, chat, you guys are sending messages. I can't even see the chat. Now I feel like stopping the stream and just figuring out why I can't see the chat. You know what I mean? This is so annoying. I'm not gonna lie. Yeah, bro. Nah. Ngiyaspara mfethu. Awe. Yo, ayomamulele mfethu ebusuku phela. Eish, hot man. Next, yes. Alright, cheers. Akunankinga hot man. Yes, I. Hold on, chat, my bad. Where was I? Okay, Fede. I really wanna see the chat. Guys, I'm gonna make a plan. I need to make a plan to figure out how I'm gonna see the chat, okay? So you guys have to bear with me. Give me 5 seconds, I'll figure it out just now. Ain't no blood clot way, bro. I have to see the chat. So you guys are gonna have to literally wait for me to figure out why I can't see the chat, okay? Askisi, guys. I am so sorry. Can somebody please send a message in the chat? I want to see if it's going to pop up or not. I also believe. Thank you. And as I was saying, these brews are poos rich. Unfortunately, I can't even read the damn number. I think it's around 377 billion. Doesn't make sense. Doesn't make sense to me. It's too much money. In rands. Okay. And yeah, that's pretty much who Homesize is going against. Let's keep going, chat.
His father left him with a fortune, and he has employed some boy, some white boy, I can't remember his name, that evil boy, and they have built a studio somewhere.
Oh, okay, cool. So Steyn Entertainment is owned by Steyn's son, okay? Chat, are you listening? Steyn Entertainment sounds like it's owned by Steyn's son. I still can't see the chat. Okay, now I can see the chat. Fantastic. Steyn Entertainment is owned by Steyn's son. Who's Steyn? We're talking about the deceased man who built a big empire, real estate empire. I am not doing this, chat. I'm not going outside to go and figure out who's fighting. I'm not doing that. I know who's fighting, and these people are just they've been drinking. So now I have to go outside and intervene. I'm not gonna do that. I'm working. I mean, it's his mate. He needs to do something about it. Like, come on, bruh. I'm not going outside. I'm really not. Anyway. It's not GBV. Relax. Maybe it is, but guys, I'm busy. Aye. I shouldn't have said nothing. Yo, these people love each other, bro. They always doing this. They're always drinking and fighting. So nakidi kene jwanta batsabona ju. Kilotanda. Kiloba stopa. Khamena media how. Sister skhaus kham shapa. Abu kham. Come on, bro. I'm trying to work, dude. I'm sorry, I can't. I really can't. I'm sorry. I need to cover the story. I'm sorry. Bruh, I can go outside and break the fight right now, right? It's a couple. I can go outside and break the fight right now. They literally walk into their place. After breaking the fight, I promise you, tomorrow morning they're drinking again. They back at it again. Now I'm beefing with both of them because I pushed this one. This one is mad that I pushed her too rough. You know what I'm saying? So it's like, I'm not doing this. I'm not doing this. He came here looking for my mom. Bro, she's sleeping. It's like, what time is it? 9:30. Like, what's going on? Blah, blah. Anyway, chat, what was I saying? I forgot what I was saying. I lost my train of thought.
And they are using their power to destroy black talent in hip-hop.
You lie.
It's not only Zoocci. They've given him a contract, and and they have destroyed him. But I'm fighting for him. I'm fighting for him now.
That's a big accusation. Having a white label owned, having a white owned label, literally being alleged to be using its power to suppress and destroy black South African talent, that's a big accusation. You understand what I'm saying? If these Steyn Entertainment brews were like, say, you know what, we didn't like that statement, sir. Matter of fact, we need to call our lawyer. Somebody went on a public platform, a very gigantic one with almost 2 million subscribers, and he said that we are destroying black talent using our power. Lawyer, do you mind literally just filing a defamatory type of case against this brew? Can we open a, you know what I'm saying? Are we allowed to? Can we? The lawyer's gonna say, oh yeah, of course, say less. I'll send you my invoice. Shy. Homestar's gonna have to pull up there and tell the judge that say, yes, I said this on public platform and I mean it. Or I take it back. Kunene will have to pick a struggle. Because you can't be using such like violent words on a public platform that's as big as MacG podcast. And you think the Blues are just going to let it slide. I can't see them letting it slide. I promise you I can't see them just letting Kunene run with the narrative that they destroying black talent. Especially because I think probably 99% of the people who are signed in that label are black people. Come on. They can't let that slide. You know what I'm saying? Matter of fact, who signed to Stay Low? Stay Low, a Johannesburg-based record label and management company under Steyn Entertainment, features a diverse... I need the names. Stop playing with me. Lord Kez is in there, buddy. I think she's colored. Okay, fair. Half black, you know what I'm saying? Half white, whatever. Mars Baby, I don't know who that is. Ginger Trail, Marcus Harvey. Shout out to the Blues and them. Hannah Ray, I don't know, Zulu Mecca. Oh, she can rap. Shooter Coombs. Pretty ugly. Okay, fair. So, like I said, 99% of them folks, black. Zoocci, okay. Other affiliated talent includes Zoocci Coke Dope. Dimondes as well. I didn't see that coming. Buntle Madisela, bet. Say less. So, Pretty and Buntle are both signed to Stay Low. Fade. Okay, cool. So, clearly, 99, like I said, 99% of these motherfuckers is like black. One fuman. And then you have Home Slice, Tomba, XA. Matter of fact, MacG, I'm telling you right now, these brews allegedly, they blood clot using their power to suppress and flipping destroy black talent. And as far as I'm concerned, if I keep it all the way a stack, Zoocci's probably the only brew her cut the lights. You know what I'm saying? That's Blackie's producer. So he's also a part of the team as well. Zoocci's the only brew that's having, well, publicly, Zoocci's the only brew that's having difficulties within the label. Or, you know, a back and forth with the label to say I need to get the blood cut out of here. Okay? Otherwise, I haven't heard Ginger Trill say nothing about nothing. Dimondes, he's also like on snooze. You know, I haven't heard Dimondes music in a very long time. Fuman. Buntle, she was literally dancing with ISO Speed the other month. Hurt Cut the Lights, they fucking going all the way to the top with Blackie. Like everyone is kind of busy. Pretty ugly. He's been chopping up these awards. Lord Kez, she has a hit song right now with Casper on Your Vest. You feel what I'm saying? One of my boys told me that Lord Kez's album is absolutely immaculate, and I believe him because he was gonna tell me the truth if it wasn't. You smell me? What else? Zulu Mecca. Last time I saw Zulu Mecca, I think it was with the Twizer show. Fuman. Marcus Harvey. It's probably like one of the prized positions in the label. They love Marcus Harvey to death. Everybody else seems to be quiet about their contractual little situation with Stay Low. So Zoocci has been the one who's been most vocal. And I wonder why. We need to find out, chat. Literally, this is what we're doing tonight. And if you haven't yet, make sure you click the like button so that YouTube pushes this video to more like-minded people like you and I. You feel what I'm saying? That's the only way YouTube will know that people actually want to see this. So let me push it to more people. That's the only way, chat. Click the like button. Make sure you stay active. You feel what I'm saying? What else? What else can you Kunene?
He wants to get out of the contract. He can't produce any song. He can't work with anyone. They take people to court.
Whoa.
I just forgot. If we take a break, I'll call and get the name of the recording label, but it's owned by the son of...
Steyn. The late.
Yes, the late
Yeah, just
Steyn.
Google it there first, dude.
They own Steyn City. So that boy and the one that is employed think that money is a bulletproof. Money is win. They don't know that we who come from the streets know that the most powerful men in the world or in the hood get destroyed by a young boy of 16 years, 15 years. So they are ruffling.
I don't know, chat. Hold on. Wait a minute. Are we just gonna let that pass on like that as if we didn't hear what Homestars just said? Are we really just gonna let it pass on as if he didn't say back like where I'm from? A 16-year-old can literally operate. What is he saying? I'm gonna play it back, chat, cause I don't know if Stay Low can take that as a threat. You know what I mean? I don't know if they can. They should take that as a threat, but like I say, let's find out. I'm gonna play back in a jiffy. Hold on. Maybe I'm just looking too much into it.
They don't know that we.
I'm literally gonna play it 5, 1, 2, 3, 4. Let's go.
Steyn. The late.
Yes, the late
Yeah, just
Steyn.
Google it there first, dude.
They own Steyn City. So that boy and the one that is employed think that money is a bulletproof. Money is win.
They think that money is a bulletproof. Chat, I'm telling you right now, write these things down. Please, I'm begging you, write these things down and just pay attention to what Homesize is saying. These kids think that money is a bulletproof. Bulletproof, keyword. Chat, I'm sorry. I don't know. Don't call, I'm not Vlad. But I say, I like words, okay? I like words. I like paying attention to details. I'm sorry. That's me. Let's keep going.
They don't know that we who come from the streets know that the most powerful men in the world or in the hood get destroyed by a young boy of 16 years, 15 years.
He said that. He said that. He said that. He said what I'm alleging he said. I'm sorry, he did. I'm quoting here, word for bar. These brews think that money is a bulletproof. They don't know that where I'm from, in the streets, in the hood, presidents get destroyed by 16-year-olds. I'm sorry he said that. He literally just said that right now. How is that not a threat? I'm sorry. If you think that I'm just looking too much into it, I'm telling you right now, Bram. If Stay Low was to say, you know what, sir, we didn't appreciate your comments, the comments that you made there on MacG podcast, and we actually want to take this a step further. We're literally going to file a case against you, and we take your words very, very seriously because those sound like threats. If somebody put up to me and told me straight up, like, if somebody was talking about me and they were like, yo, Brian Sivana, the money that you have is not a bulletproof, buddy. You know what I'm saying? We street niggas, like, we street niggas, and yeah, niggas like you or presidents, even niggas who are more powerful than you, you know, they can get destroyed by 16-year-olds. What does that mean? What does that mean? Am I crazy? If you try and tell me that's not a threat, say then you bugging. I'm sorry. Boy, I'm calling my lawyers. I'm calling my mom. I'm calling my brothers. Yo, I'm calling my name. Guys, somebody said this about me. They told me that a 16-year-old is going to take me out allegedly. Please, please, please. Boy, I'm snitching. Going to the police station. I'm filing. I'm opening. What you call that, Shandis? What you call that, Shandis? Where you need to like stay away from me type thing. I'm doing all of that. Protection order. What else? Boy, I'm putting cameras around my house. I'm putting dash cams in my car. I'm doing the works. You're not gonna tell me that even if you have guap, you can still get touched by a 16-year-old. You're not telling me that, and then I'm just gonna let it slide. I'm sorry. And that's why I'm saying that if Brew really was to take the legal route with lawyers and stuff, I don't think it'd be going to a MacG podcast and saying all of this. This is not a smart move on his end. I'm sorry, Kunene. This is not a smart move on your end. Askisi Hotman, with all due respect, this is not a smart move. If you really want to take these niggas to court and help Zoocci, do not go on MacG and say all of these things. I'm sorry. This is not going to help.
So they are ruffling young talent. They are destroying our boys because our boys are desperate to get into the game.
Now, he's going to have to prove in court, if this is going to go the court route, he's going to have to prove in court that why, sir, Mr. Kunene, sir, why did you say that Stay Low Entertainment is ruffling and destroying young talent? Because that's the Stay Low lawyer talking about, because looking at their catalog and their roster of artists, these are award-winning artists, and the biggest song in the country right now is by a colored lady. And you are alleging that these people are destroying black talent. If colored is classified as black, then why the blood are you saying all this nonsense when we have a hit song, the biggest hip-hop song in the country, hip-hop R&B song in the country is in our label. I mean, look at our stats, look at our talent, look at everything that we've done for these artists. Look at where they were before they signed with us, and look at where they are today. Pretty Ugly was signed to Ambitious, but he's way big, not way bigger, but he's bigger right now under Stay Low. I'm sorry, sir, you might have to retract your statements. I can see Kunene in court saying, all right, your honor, all right, attorney, I get it, my bad, oopsie, I made an oopsie, I shouldn't have gone to that blood clot podcast to say whatever it is that I said. I apologize. I can see Kunene apologizing. I really can. And if you can't, then you bugging. This Bruce threatened the Bruce and literally alleged that they destroying black talent. I don't know, man. Out of 10 artists, out of 15 artists, 12, one of them is complaining about the label, and now they destroying black talent. I haven't seen a label that hasn't had scuffles or back and forths with their artist. Every single label has had a situation with their artist. The artists are hardly happy with it, if you know what I'm saying. And you have artists who are happy with the label. I've seen cases where artists who are signed to the same label beef over the fact that one of the artists is upset that the one is getting pushed more than the other. Beefing. The one who go on podcast talking about, I hate my label, blah, say, blah, I hate my managers, blah, say, blah. And then the other artist would be like, nah, he's crazy, he's bugging. He's bugging, ignore that, bro, he's a hater. He's just mad that I'm topping the chart and he's not. We signed to the same label. He's mad that I'm priority and he's not. You know what I'm saying? So you're always going to have, employees that are upset at how we do business in our company. I'm sorry. It's always going to be the case. You know what I mean? There are employees who are going to get the short end of the stick. Making everyone happy? Close to impossible. Sorry. I heard that one way to make Hold on, what? I think it says one way to make people unhappy is to try to make everybody happy. I think that's how the saying goes. Probably a little bit different from what I'm trying to imply. But literally, I'm sorry, Askisi. Zoocci got the short end of the stick, and I'm trying to figure out how exactly he got this short end of the stick. Because I can't imagine Zoocci being signed, like signing his signature on a completely different type of contract set up. Obviously, Lord K's and Zoocci won't have the same contract, but I can't imagine his contract being so out the park. Unfortunately, we'll probably never see the contract, okay? Unless if Kunene is going to leak it, which he probably won't, because that'll be literally going against the rules of a contract in the first place. Like, this is between you and me. Hello? Sure. What's going on? Dinsan, Don. Hey, son. Hey. Aksana tsona tse. Alright, cool. Alright. They here, Chad. They here. Oh well. This stream is gonna get interrupted. This is pop. But I'm still gonna scream anyway. Let's go. As I was saying, I lost my train of thought.
game,
'cause you
especially in hip hop.
Okay.
So they took Zoocci brought a lot of artists. They used their power to turn all these artists against Zoocci and sought to destroy him. So young boys like Zoocci,
They use their power to turn the artists who are signed under Stay Low to turn against Zoocci. Bet, I get it. So basically meaning that the artists that are signed under Stay Low don't have their own they don't have their own abilities or capabilities to maintain their relationship with the label and maintain the relationship with Zoocci without having the relationship between Zoocci and the label while clashing affect their relationship with Zoocci. Is that what he's saying? So he's trying to tell me that Pretty Ugly doesn't have, you know what I'm saying, the capabilities of literally, you know, putting the label issues aside and focusing on his relationship with Zoocci or lack thereof. They probably don't have a relationship, but I'm just saying that he's insinuating that the label mates or Zoocci's colleagues are unable to differentiate between beef with the label and beef with Zoocci and the colleague as friends. I can't see that happening. I can't see me as an employee in a company having one of the employees there complaining about the company and me literally picking sides to some degree. I can pick sides, fine, but will that destroy my relationship with my colleague? Especially a bro like Zoocci? I can't imagine Zoocci. Bro, he's probably talking about Marcus Harvey. He's talking about Marcus Harvey. Marcus Harvey is probably the only example of the label mate in Stay Low who had a few words for Zoocci. I don't recall any other artist having, you know, some animosity towards Zoocci. And I think all Marcus Harvey was saying was, Zoocci is bugging, pretty much. We'll look into it. It's here on YouTube somewhere, on Google somewhere. We'll do it. But guys, we're gonna be here for a few hours, so we still have a long way to go. Trust me. I'm not going here until I'm like satisfied with every little rabbit hole that we need to investigate. I need a pen and paper. Hold on.
Good chef asked me to get in the game. And other Mapiano boys, Brakeni man, you DJ there. Please come back and empower us. So I got back in the game, and I'm here to stay. I don't own the company, but I am actively involved.
So it's a record label.
It's a record label, RMK Music Agency.
Yeah.
We've signed with Virgin Music Group for distribution. We've signed with Sony for publishing.
Nice.
I dropped my first single called Hamba. It's a GBV song. And we have Soulful G of Utando.
Oh, yeah, I know Soulful G. She's amazing. Yeah.
She's on the vocals.
Yeah.
And then I've got a young boy, Theology HD.
Theology from Kofi.
Theology HD,
Yeah,
from
I know
Kofi.
my dude. Yeah, Mama's, I know Theology.
Yeah, so
Mama's Love.
Theology produced the beat to the song, so I'm working with them.
Nice.
And I've given them, look, all my artists will get nice deals. Sony doesn't have to pay me for me to pay them or to pay RMK to pay them. My deal is we sign you up, you sign up, Sony pays you what must come to you for publishing. Virgin pays you what must come to you. Virgin pays the company what must come to the company.
Get you.
So I don't want RMK to be accused of owing any artist.
So we're not laundering money as well?
No.
We're not laundering.
You are paying directly. Sony, we sign you up, you give Sony your...
Oh my word. So much lag, so much glitch. Yo, it's struggling, chat. This blood clot thing is struggling. So much glitch, so much lag. And if I really think about it, oh, the laptop is flat. Hold on. Let me plug the laptop, chat. I see why it's glitchy. Now that I have the laptop charging, I think it should come back to its senses. Okay. Sorry about that, Chatito. Let's keep going.
Company details, not your personal details. So one of the things that I'm doing is financial coaching for my artists. Some of them now I've registered companies for them. And I've said to them, you need to start right. Don't get paid in your personal capacity because the tax man is going to kill you.
That's great advice.
Set up a company.
Great advice.
And you do a business deal with a company. The company will pay you.
Yes, sir.
But the financial coaches then take them through the financial, but also lifestyle. I also talk to them about lifestyle. I don't want my artists getting into coke, getting into drugs.
But you're the king of lifestyle. Yeah.
You can do lifestyle without drugs.
You know, Zoocci doesn't need Coke Dope.
He's Zoocci Coke Dope, but he doesn't need coke. Because he's dope. I love that boy. He's like a son to me.
Beautiful.
And these guys have really sought to destroy him.
There we go. So in case you are wondering why Kenny Kunene wants to go so hard for Zoocci, he just said it right now. I love that boy. He's like a son to me. Why is Kenny Kunene spending so much money to try to go against one of the most powerful families in the whole continent that have a net worth of 377 billion rands? That's like $500 billion rands, literally. Like, why does Kenny Kunene feel like, I'm gonna go against this whole family simply because, they destroying black talent in the country? No, he's got mad love for Zoocci, so he's willing to put it all on the line. It's like a son to him. He literally just said it. He's like a son to me, and I'm willing to go all out for this boy, to a point where I'm even gonna, put myself on a public platform and threaten this family that 16-year-olds, they destroy kings and queens. So who the blood clot do y'all think you are? Money is not bulletproof. He said that. That's how much love he has for Home Slice. So if you think that it's all about, oh my God, Kenny Kunene just wants to be relevant and whatever, I don't think so, man. I really don't think so. I think this is like Boo's personal to him. Clearly.
So how do I get to your label if I'm listening and I'm an artist now?
Look, there's RMK on...
It's TJ and Louis, because there's two sons that Steyn has. It's TJ and Louis.
I'm not sure which one, but this one has employed some white boy who runs the music label, so they run it together. And this is the boy that is ruthless.
There's no information.
Ruthless, and I hear very racist towards black artists. That's what I hear.
So what does he sign?
Yep, racist politics, they work every single time in South Africa. You already know. If you use the word racist, people are gonna, oh my God, yeah, blood, what's going on? Oh, Jesus Christ. Oh, they're gonna lose their shit. They're gonna lose their minds. And he started off with race politics from the beginning of his Zoocci Coke Dope segment. He started off with racist. What did he say again? He said this white-owned label is destroying black power or black talent. Already, like, off rip, you already touched on the racist part of side of things, oppression type of vibe, yeah. I mean, works every single time. It has that shock factor, you know what I'm saying? It has that shock factor, I mean, obviously, you and I were not there, so we don't know what happened really. But it was probably a comment that a white man said to a black man that was probably racist, and that's going to be highlighted, of course, in this whole situation. You feel what I'm saying? Literally trying to post on Facebook right now. Sorry, chat.
Yeah.
No, look. Our boys are desperate, bro.
Oh, yeah.
They promise heaven and earth.
Group.
We will give you...
What's the name?
It's called Steyn Entertainment Group.
Either it's Vaughn or another guy. But all of them,
Fred is black,
including that black
Kayembe.
one, all of them are messing up black artists in South Africa.
Wow.
All of them.
Okay.
For real. For real.
Not Fred, man.
Bruh,
He used to be the editor of Hype magazine.
Bring Zoocci here. Zoocci has no capacity, financial capacity to fight them in courts. They have forged his signature on a contract and included a clause that he does not know anything about.
That's criminal. Forging a signature, yo.
So, but because no. The boy has tried.
Yo.
So who's Fred, chat? Fred, very common face that I've seen quite a lot growing up. You know what I'm saying? Saw him on TV a lot, I won't lie. Where's Fred? Hold on. Is it spelled Fred or Fret? Not quite sure now. I'm gonna say Stay Low. I'm not gonna say owner, but I'm gonna say owner anyway for the sake of finding this brew. Hold on. Vaughn. Alright, cool. So the guy that I'm looking for, chat, he's in this picture, okay? The guy that I'm talking about, okay, is this black brew over here. I just don't know this guy's name. I don't know if this is Fred or not, okay? And Saul just said now that this brew used to be, well, one of these brews, whoever one of these brews' name is Fred, used to work at Hype magazine. I'm not sure if he's talking about this guy, okay? So, Fred. Alright, I got the last name, finally. Now we're going somewhere, chat. Say, okay, cool, yeah. This is the guy that Homeslice is talking about. Right? So, yeah, these two individuals over here, Fred and Vaughn. Fred Kayembe and Vaughn Teal. I think they play some pretty up there roles in Stay Low because they are the ones who went on the Sobering podcast to go represent Stay Low and address the Zoocci Coke Dope situation, okay? So later on, chat, we'll go back to these two individuals and go carve what they were saying about the Zoocci situation. I remember agreeing with them. I remember understanding. I even remember the Sobering podcast brews literally being on some, oh, now we get it type situation. You feel what I'm saying? We'll also go through the comments to see what people were saying 3 years ago about the Zoocci situation. Probably left a comment in there too. Who knows? We'll probably find my comment there as well. We'll have to see my reactions in record time.
The boy has tried, he's run out of money, he's lost his car because of these fuckers.
Alright, cool. So Kenny Kunene didn't say that Zoocci's car got taken away from him by the label. Oh, I thought in the beginning, you know, a few hours ago, I was like, oh my God, they even took Zoocci car. No, they didn't take Zoocci car. Judging from what he's saying. Let's listen to that again.
The boy has tried, he's run out of money, he's lost his car because of these fuckers.
Alright, cool. So one of my boys told me that Homeslice sold his car to try and fight these brews. You know, he spent quite a bit of money, had to sell his car as well, just to fight these brews in court. So yeah, they didn't take his car away from him, like how they did MT Dead Ambitious, allegedly.
That's fucked up, man.
So, but I've taken his battle upon my shoulders. He will get out of that label.
What music do you play when you DJ? Like now, what are you playing? Are you playing piano?
Piano and old school house and deep house. So it depends on the crowd.
Yeah.
When I'm at the Sofing in Soweto and it's Youth and Dala, I'll play old school house, which I did, 2000, partnered with them. When I'm at Makubenjalo, I will hit a piano if I...
And there you have it, folks. Those are the comments that Kenny Kunene made about the Stay Low and Zoocci situation, right? So, yeah. I took a few notes. Well, literally one note. I wrote here, Marcus Harvey beefs with Zoocci. Kenny claims that the label managed to turn them against each other, whatever. So we'll go through that. Another thing we'll go through again, chat, is what you call that? I'm gonna say the soap. Jesus Christ, that scared the boost out of me. That's it. Sobering pod with Stay Low. Okay. We want to hear because we always wanted to hear Stay Low side of the story. Okay. So we'll go through that as well to hear what they had to say about the situation. Matter of fact, we can even use that segment of the Sobering podcast, Stay Low, addressing Zoocci Coke Dope situation as a response to what Kenny Kunene is saying right now. Matter of fact, let's do that right now, chat. I don't know how you guys feel about that. How you guys feel about that? Is that fine? Are you guys cool with that, chat? I feel like that's not a bad idea. Right? I'm going to say Sobering podcast, Stay Low. I was like, I'm not going to go through everything. I'm sorry. Nope. It's a long podcast, and I'm not even sure if they have what you call these things? Timestamps. Yep. These timestamps, chat. Fantastic. So let's quickly drive to the segment where they spoke about Zoocci. Yeah. Zoocci and Stay Low status. So I think this is where they asked them, say, what's going on with Zoo? Is he still signed to the label? Back to Zoocci's contract. Fantastic. Yeah. Chat, I think we got exactly what we're looking for. The business of music. Yo, this podcast was amazing. So if you're really a fan of music like that, if you like the business side of the music, matter of fact, I don't give a blood clot if you like the business side of music. If you are in music in general, or you aspire to be music, or you know somebody who aspires to be music, this episode was gold. Literal gold. I'm trying to tell you right now. So this is a very, very dope podcast episode. Not gonna lie. Zoocci and Stay Low status. I'm gonna click this part right here, chat. Let's go.
Gonna come in and he'll probably speak on it from his perspective and his side.
Come on the pod, Zoo.
Yeah, you probably will.
Wait, looks like they've been talking about Zoo, so I'm gonna go back, chat. Hold on.
Career as well, and you had to go through.
Right, I'm gonna sit in my home studio. I'm gonna do whatever I want, right, and then I'm gonna release it. And I don't want any input from you. It's like that's an investment that someone's made. I need to be able to bring with some.
Chat. This is Fred. Kayembe, right? Fred Kayembe. My bad. I'm sorry. Fred Kayembe and Vaughn, right?
Of objectivity, so that we can
also
reach
with
our
the context.
With context, right?
Around.
Exactly.
Setting yourself as a creative is hard.
It's really hard, bro. It's like you almost. I'm not almost. I'm saying you want the creators to do what they do best.
Yes.
And we're creative in our own ways as well, right? But it's like everyone. It's like we speak about this as Steyn Entertainment all the time. It's like we want to get to a place in the business where everyone is doing the thing that they're really, really good at. It's like when you get to that point, it's like you guys are like out of here. And so it's never been a dictating thing, right? But I think that the rapport that we've developed with the guys that we do work with is pretty good, right? It's like on the one side, it's like, and people never think about it like this. On the one side is like artists exploit labels, right? As well, right? Because if you're coming to a label for funding and you're going, you just give me the money, right? I'm gonna sit in my home studio. I'm gonna do whatever I want, right? And then I'm gonna release it. And I don't want any input from you. It's like that's an investment that someone's made. I need to be able to trust that my investment is good.
My job's on the line.
Yes, exactly, bro. If that album doesn't work out, we're in this together. Is the point, right? It's like we always think about it like the label exploiting the artist, right? And there's those extremes exist on both ways.
Sure.
But it's like, one, we specifically at Stay Low care about what we're doing. We care about the people that we work with, right? That's part of the conflict, or whatever you want to call it, is part of the process. But we've never been in a position where it's been like, you come in and we create a mold and we're like, yo, you're going to do this.
Yeah.
And then like that's how we're gonna move. It's not a formula for
Is it
success.
a superstar?
Yeah.
Also, your harness and steer.
Yeah.
Harness and steer.
Yeah, harness and steer.
Yeah, that's a good way
that's
to put
also
it.
the name of my book.
Yo, hold on. What happened to the Sobering podcast, Chad? Are they still releasing episodes? What's going on?
Harness and steer. No.
I'm messing with you.
This guy, but your second part of the question, that was we elaborated on the first part, but maybe
the Zoocci part. Because you have a
I completely agree with you, Siv. I completely agree with you. Like I said, taking all of this chat to a whole MacG podcast, I think it was very dramatic on Kenny Kunene's side. I really feel like, nah, what's up? What are you doing? I'm sorry, what are you doing? Like, as if we playing devil's advocate, he's just made the lawyers' lives miserable, poison. Kenny Kunene literally made the lawyers' lives very difficult. Like, why did you do that? Doesn't make sense to me. It's bad, bro. It's bad in every shape or form. You know what I'm saying? Like, beefing with a whole flipping 300 and something billion empire. I don't know, man. I don't know if that's a good idea. You know what I'm saying? Anyway, let's keep going. So yeah, now we're trying to get the label side of the story, okay? So now we know what Zoocci has said. Well, not entirely, because we only heard what Kenny Kunene said, speaking on behalf of Zoocci. So yeah, let's keep running.
But Zoocci now, that's also that he was at a particular point in his career as well, and you had to go through that sort of repositioning, and I'm guessing that you took some learnings, I'm guessing, in terms of how you navigated that space and going forward with other people. I'm not sure if it was concurrent with what was happening with the Pretty Time as well. No, it wasn't. No.
Not exactly.
Not really,
no.
but
There's some overlap.
Maybe some overlapping. And how was that like navigating that period? And like I said, I'm not sure if he's still on the label, because the last time we spoke about it, he was on the label, just not on the management side. And there was that friction between you guys. I think even after, actually, just to elaborate on that, even after the episode, interview had aired, he had some words as well.
Some comments
he had put up a post and even said, you know what I mean? I mean, we're a platform, and I'm sure he's also gonna come in and he'll probably speak on it from his perspective.
I don't think he ever did. It's been how long now? This episode was dropped November 2024. It's been well over a year. Zoocci has never came out on a podcast platform to voice his opinions.
Side.
Come on the pod, Zoo.
Yeah, you probably will. Because I mean, I've seen Zoo a couple of times as well. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
But like I'm saying, like in terms of that sort of element, because also that was supposed to be like a joint venture, if I'm not mistaken.
Yeah, that was the idea, bro. Yeah, that was definitely the idea. So I mean, I think like obviously, I think it goes without saying that I've been fairly personally, and then collectively, we've been fairly quiet about any kind of public communication around this, because what we were hoping for is that it just gets resolved in the professional way.
So this is the alleged racist, according to what Kenny Kunene said. Like, big words, trust me.
Ways that it should be resolved.
In the boardroom.
Yes, absolutely, bro. Where it started, right? So I think that that's what we were hoping for, man. Because, I mean, if you know...
Please kindly click the like button, chat. Let's keep going.
Anything about us, we're not people that do that, right? We're not guys that are going to go online and bash anybody. I mean, we're gonna handle the business in the way that it should be handled, right? That's our position. So we've been fairly quiet, but I think that, like, unfortunately, we kind of probably owe some clarity to everybody that's invested in the idea that we were in business together with Zoocci and Piff Audio. And to refresh the conversation, I'm going to maybe miss the years here, but it's 2022 for sure. Personal fallout with Zoocci due to friction that comes with working. Yeah. Right? That's the best way to phrase that. Friction that comes with working in a certain way and trying to get things done in a certain way causes a personal fallout. Yeah. Upon that personal fallout,
I can imagine, sorry to cut it off, Chad, but I can imagine Zoocci having his own way of working and the label being like, say Zoocci, I mean, you're working with us now, so how about we find like, you know, a middle ground where you can still operate the way you want to operate, but also at the same time working, you know, with our program. Like, how can you find a balance between, and Zoocci was like, nah, fuck that. I don't know.
Immediately.
Just before you proceed,
Sure.
personal follow just between you and him.
Yes, so me and Zoocci had a personal fallout through the professional context. So it's not like, it's not something to do on a personal level. It's not like something to do with like girls or like, I don't know, bro, a physical fight or anything like that. Like we were working together, but there was no wrongdoing professionally. It was just a personal
It was a clash.
Yeah,
Oh,
a personal clash on
Personality clashes.
Yes, on things we were doing.
Just say it then. Just tell us exactly what happened. I'm sorry. Just tell us, say, yo, gents, look, you know, Zoocci was mad because, you know, I was driving his car, and unfortunately, you know, I left for like 5 hours. I promised to bring it back within 2. Oopsie, you know what I'm saying? He was pissed about it, and we have a little clash over it. Now he's big mad at me, and he's like, bro, fuck you. I said, fuck him too. He said, fuck my, you know, like, yeah, we had a little fight, me and Zoocci, and that's what happened. And I apologized. He apologized, and, you know, say it. Just tell us what happened. No, he didn't tell us what happened, Chad. He just told us that it's none of our business, pretty much.
Wrongdoing professionally. It was just a personal
it was a clash.
A personal clash on things.
Personality clashes.
Yes, on things we were doing, right? So, I mean...
So they had a personality clash, and it ended up, you know, having the situation literally blow off on the internet, I suppose. I wonder what Zoocci... We need to find out what Zoocci said on those tweets. I'll go back to those tweets. I'll probably find them on a YouTube video. Hold on. These gents aren't Kenny. They do not need to put private situations out there to people who won't understand the context. And that's my point, though. My point is that we need the context. The fans need the context, right? Kenny didn't even give us that much context. He literally just said, fuck these blues. That's all he pretty much said. So we still flipping speculating, trying to figure out what the blood clot exactly happened. You know what I'm saying? So what we thought was the case is not the case. We thought that Zoocci Coke Dope was pissed about something that was contractual. Maybe a clause in the contract that he was upset about. Clearly it's not even that, because, well, at least we're not there yet. Let's keep going.
Once again, right, there is small examples I could give, but I don't necessarily want to do that, because I think what that just causes is like pettiness, and I'm really not trying to do any of that stuff, bro. It's pointless, right? But we had a clash on a personal level, personality clash, however you want to phrase that, through the vehicle of working together. Okay?
Personality clash through work. Gotcha. Personality clash through work. I don't think these bros like each other. Okay, I think, yeah, Chad, we got it now. These bros just don't like each other. We had a personality clash over work. I don't like him, he doesn't like me. That's it. Oopsie.
Yep. That was in 2022. The result of that was that we collectively sat around a boardroom table. We aired it out like this. We had MD, Fred, everyone was sort of present. You might have been present. Yep. And yeah, at that point I just said, you know what, we both said, you know what, we don't want to work together on this level. Okay.
We don't like each other.
So we, upon the mutual agreements, terminated management. And for anybody watching, management is a much...
They terminated management in 2022.
You know, we don't want to work
Chad,
together.
I'm taking notes, my bad.
On this level, okay? It's not going to work. So we, upon the mutual agreements, terminated management. And for anybody watching, management is a much more personal business relationship with an artist than it is a label agreement. A label agreement is very much, you still do need to have good rapport with the people you work with, especially on a boutique level when you're not a major, right? Majors don't have the capacity to deal with every artist personally. It's just impossible. There's thousands of artists, right? So it's different. But on a boutique level, like you would want to have, and we would want to have personal relationships with our artists that we work with, even on a label level.
Right.
Okay. So we then, as a business, immediately decided, okay, you know what? management. It's very personal. We can see that this one here, it's quite a fundamental personal clash. It's not going to work. So okay, cool. We terminated the management agreement almost within a week of that.
So Vaughn, the white brew, and Zoocci had a fight. Judging from what Vaughn is saying, they had a fight, a personality clash over work, and they had to terminate the management contract, which was a mutual agreement within the whole team that like say, you guys do not want to get along, you guys don't get along, you guys can't work together going forward because you already said what you said, he said what he said, you guys are both in the situation, blah, blah, now we need to figure out a way forward. Now, for now, we're literally going to terminate the contract. This is 2022. The management contract. You guys can't work together. I'm sorry. That's what we're gathering from what Vaughn is saying. Let's keep going. Remember now, Home Slice, Kenny Kunene mentioned Vaughn's name on the MacG podcast. And he alleged that one of these white brews is racist. Is that the altercation that he's talking about? Is that the altercation that Kenny Kunene is talking about maybe? Did Vaughn say something that was racial, a racial slur to Zoocci? Allegedly? We don't know.
That meeting, Zoocci requested personal clash. It's not going to work. So okay, cool. We terminated the management agreement almost within a week of that meeting. Zoocci requested that his employment is terminated as the sub-label executive of Piff Audio Stay Low, right? Stay Low Piff. Because what we had done was the idea in the pursuit of building sustainable careers was having a look at the skill sets of each artist and then trying to decide where are directions we could take this. Zoocci exhibits at face value the values of curating albums, producing albums, being somewhat of an executive role. That's how I actually see the longevity of his skill sets. So
all right, cool. So Zoocci was like, say, since by the way we're no longer having a management type of contract between me and you, Bruce, I don't think I want to continue working with you, Bruce, on Piff Audio. I think Piff Audio might be a subset. Subset? Is that the right word? I think maybe Piff Audio might be, you know, how do I put this? I think it might be Zoocci owned, but still under Stay Low, still under Steyn Entertainment. You know what I'm saying? If that even makes sense, but I really can't really fathom how it works. But literally, what he just said right now is that, yeah, Zoocci also wanted to terminate the contract that we have with Piff Audio, pretty much. So Zoocci's like, yo, I don't want you guys to manage me no more. And by the way, I don't want to work with you guys anymore under Piff Audio. This chai, I'm taking my shit out. I just want to terminate the contract. That is not gonna happen, Zoo.
Pitched to the business to create this idea of a sub-label called Stay Low Piff.
Stay Low Piff. There we go. So they went into a partnership to start a label that's going to be a Zoocci label, but still having Stay Low linked to it. You know what I mean? So it kind of sounds like Stay Low wanted to have a monopoly over Zoocci's career. Like, it say, how dare you try to start your own thing? Give us a piece of that too. Blood clot is you talking about? I don't know. Kind of sounds like it, kind of feels like it. And Zoocci was like, fuck no. If I don't like you, then why the blood clot you still have your fingers in my business? I don't want you anywhere in my business. I told you to get the blood clot out of here with the management, Shandis. Now you still have your fingers in my blood clot Piff Audio team? You buggy. Out of here. Dip.
Absorb what was just a brand. It wasn't an operating business. A lot of artists these days, like, they say they run independent labels, but like, I don't think anybody understands what running an independent label actually means, okay? Like, you can have a brand and an Instagram page and a couple of things that people do that look like gang, right? But like, the truth is, it's like, are you running a business though? Like, are you paying producers royalties? Are you receiving royalties and distributing them correctly? Are you paying your levies to RISA? Do you understand what paying digital levies are? Do you have a tax number? Are you VAT registered? How are you? I'm saying an actual business that you can evaluate is very different to having a brand that you operate through as a vehicle. There's nothing wrong with either one of them, but be clear on which one it is. So at that point, Piff was a brand that they were running their stuff through, right? never like traded officially as a bank accounts and stuff like that. So it was quite easy to say, okay, part of the Zoocci employment agreement as a sub-label executive, we would absorb the brand Piff that you would operate under, and then you could sign artists under that, right? As a sub-label executive.
Are you listening, chat? This is literally the YMCMB chat. Are you guys listening? This sounds like the Cash Money, Young Money. I mean, even Baby said it himself. Birdman was like, yo, I'm gonna be eating off of Drake's catalog forever. You know what I mean? Like, Lil Wayne's my son. He signed to me forever. You feel what I'm saying? But you actually realize that, like, say, hold on. Isn't Cash Money signed under Universal? So it's Universal, Cash Money, Young Money. Am I gonna say OVO? I don't want to take it there. I don't know. But it kind of sounds like Stay Low wanted to have that type of hierarchy in the South African bloodshot market, hip-hop market. So I don't know if that's what Kenny Kunene meant when he said these brews are just literally trying to destroy black talent in the country. I don't know if that's really destroying, because he made a good point to say that, yo, just because you're independent or an independent artist doesn't necessarily mean that, like, say, you know, everything that like the vehicle that you drive is solo to that degree, because you still need a whole team around you, and to finesse everything independently might be tricky, right? Just because you have an Instagram account and you're dropping music on your Spotify using DistroKid, does that necessarily mean that you're independent when you're not getting royalties, when you don't have a booking agent, when you're not getting booked and whatnot? You know what I'm saying? Like, the label itself, whether it's an independent label or not, it's still a vehicle that drives around for you when you can't. You know what I'm saying? Do you know which SAMRO paperwork to submit? Do you know that you need to be paying your beat makers, or you're just going to be using YouTube beats? You know what I'm saying? So yeah, there is a whole flipping holistic type of engine that an artist has to like develop for them to say that, like, say, I'm independent and I have this and that figured out. Not just an Instagram account, Buddha. I get that point. I really do. But it sounds like these brews have their fingers in Piff Audio deep. Because whoever that Zoocci signs in Piff Audio, Stay Low is there as well. So if Piff decides to sign Demondes, for instance, Stay Low is there. Stay Low is there, calling shots here and there, dictating as to, yo, yeah, we'll take that brand deal over this one. Because ideally, he is part of our catalog. That artist that's in Piff is part of Stay Low's catalog. That artist is part of Steyn Entertainment's catalog. Let's keep it a stack. So, this was a whole, I'm not going to say monopoly, but it was a monopoly. I'm sorry.
Executive, you would report to the label executive, which would collaborate on to then sign artists under your imprint or the sub-label.
Literally, monopoly. Played back, chat.
Zoocci employment agreement as a sub-label executive, we would absorb the brand Piff that you would operate under, and then you could sign artists under that, right? As a sub-label executive, you would report to the label executive, which would collaborate on to then sign artists under your imprint or the sub-label. That was the idea. And we did do that. He signed Diamond.
The hierarchy is crazy. Listen, bro, he literally just said it.
The label executive, which would collaborate on to then sign artists under your imprint or the sub-label. That was the idea. And we did do that. He signed Diamonds, right?
There we go.
And then through that, then we did that for a while. Then we released Anxiety Plus, and we released In the Trap, and then shortly after that was, I think like February 2022, we released Anxiety Plus, and then probably like June, Fallout, right? Upon that Fallout, we canceled the management agreement. He requested that the sub-label agreement is terminated. We then terminated the sub-label agreement is terminated, yes, the employment. Upon his request, we acknowledged it, and then that was also terminated, all right? Because once you can't work with someone on a management level, you can imagine that you're not going to get along on a...
Yeah, it's going to, create a ripple effect, a domino effect, for sure. It's going to affect other business, you know what I'm saying?
Intricate business level where there's like reporting structures and so forth, right? So it made sense. Unfortunate, but made sense. We then...
So quick question, when you say terminate, you terminate his employment but still keep the sub-label, or do you terminate both?
So what we did was we terminated employment, and then we through that negotiation, transferred the Piff audio brand back to him.
Okay.
Yeah, so we didn't like hold. We could have, because it was an asset that was absorbed through the agreement.
Yeah.
But what's the point of that?
Yeah.
It's like we don't have any value in holding that. Like, so obviously, like Piff Audio is a brand that he operates with, and he can
I guess that explains why Dimondes hasn't been dropping music either.
operate with. So yeah, that fell away. The label agreement stays in place. Now, the reason the label agreement stays in place is not because Vaughn says so or Fred says so. It's because that's what business dictates. Because there is absolutely no way you can have a personal fallout and then all business requirements and all obligations that were agreed to at a time of good energy also just disappear on a feeling. It's impossible. There's assets. There are assets that are owed to the business. That business is one that I work for and represent, one that Fred works for and represents. That's the nature of that specific one that's been in contention and that's been spoken about and whatever happens, right? So in that sense, even when it came to that one, that specific agreement has got options of renewals, has got all these things. We sat down, we said, we are happy to not take any of the options. All that needs to be happen is the first obligations need to be met. The first obligations need to be met. Once that's done, we're fine. The active participation and release of the first obligations, once they are done, we can move on. It was strange because it was like sort of initially agreed. It was like, I wasn't in these meetings.
By both parties,
Yes, but our MD, Dale, was in the meetings with Zoocci, and at that time he had agreed. It was like a thing of like, okay, cool, that sounds fine. Left, and upon leaving a few days later, maybe dudes don't know how things work, right? It doesn't happen tomorrow. You also don't just send songs and then that's done. It's like, no, there's a way that this relationship needs to see itself out. Do you think every label, every artist in the world is best friends with their label?
Fuck no.
Highly unlikely.
No. It's actually 90% of folks don't even talk to the guy at the label, right? Like it's a way for you to get your music out, to see out your obligations, and then you move on. Bro, I know guys, on the highest level that don't really, they're not best friends with anyone at the label. They just, it's a business relationship, right?
You may not know the person that's assigned to working on your music at the label.
Yeah, bro. It's quite normal.
For real, yeah.
So now that's the place that stays about. Okay, a couple days later, there's a bit of a, it was an expectation of how it should go. It doesn't go that way. A little bit more tension happens between, not even me. Now it happens between the higher powers and Zoocci himself. Cool, bro. So Dale and Zoocci have a bit of a chat, and Dale is
what's the name?
one of
Dale?
the busiest, most efficient guys in South Africa. He doesn't have
So that's the name. The name is Dale, right? So chat, we're gonna do exactly what we're here for, investigating. I can't spell Dale, but I'm gonna say Dale Stay Low. See what pops up, chat. Google's pretty smart. Hold on. Stay Low is a Johannesburg. Who's Dale? Who's Dale, chat? Say management and team. It is part of Steyn Entertainment with Dale de Ruig, whatever that means, serving as the managing director. Oh, that's the last name, my bad. Serving as the managing director. Say. So Zoocci has another fallout or another little hiccup with Homeslice Dale. Okay? I think we're getting somewhere, chat. And this is a gentleman, Dale. He's got his whole LinkedIn there. We're not going to leak that, but it's here's Dale over here, chat. Now we know who Dale is. Now we know the face. Now we can put the face to the name. Okay? I see as a little young TikTok. So he's pretty public. And again, chat, Dale is part of the, the management side of Blood Clot Stay Low. Say less. So what is Vaughn saying about Dale?
Cool, bro. So Dale and Zoocci have a bit of a chat, and then I mean Dale is one of the busiest, most efficient guys in South Africa. He doesn't have hours of the day to spend going back and forth about things like this because there's a contract in place that is valid.
Yeah.
That must just be adhered to. That's just simple business, right?
Yeah.
Anyway, so we go through a legal process. Now, bear in mind, guys, like me personally, I don't know about Fred, but me personally, I haven't spoken to Zoocci in 2.5 years. Not a word.
Wow.
Not even said nothing. Probably.
So the last time Vaughn had a conversation with Zoocci, as of October, November 2024, the last time Vaughn had a conversation with Zoocci was June 2022. And that was, judging from my notes, if we're looking at the timeline, that coincides with the day or the week or the month they had a fallout. Wow. Bro, what did Zoocci say? What did Vaughn say to Zoocci? The personal little hiccup that they had, like, was it really that big? Wow. Yo. Damn, I wonder what this bro said to Zoocci. I wonder what Zoocci said to him.
Police seen him once at a meeting with like the third set of lawyers he brought around, but I didn't speak to him.
Yeah.
Okay, I just had to be present for the legal reasons. Okay, so that happens. Anyway, long story short, Zoocci actually employs like lawyers to go through the contracts. Bro, when I'm telling you now, in the last 2.5 years or so, it's like been 3 sets of different lawyers, and all that happened.
That's not Vaughn. Vaughn is a... Bro, who's this blue then? We on the... Hold on. Let me take a timestamp. 1:42:52. They're going to introduce these blues. I'm going to go back in the beginning of the Shandis. They're going to introduce these blues. This has to be Vaughn. This is Vaughn.
The Sobering Podcast, Season 8.
Jordan.
This has to be Vaughn.
AKA Young Shakespeare, because I play right. You feel me?
That's nice. I like that. Kiki to a fits. Yeah.
Hey. Yeah. And it's a special one, man. Special. You know, stay low, keep firing. Stay low. Hey, got the Stay Low gang here. You know, Vaughn. No paperwork needed. No paperwork needed. Fred from yesterday.
I'll say, so Vaughn and Fred.
How you feeling?
What's up, gents?
What's going on?
Yeah, we're good, man.
Alright, cool. So we established who's Vaughn and who's Fred. And it's these two gentlemen. So we're going back to 1:42:52. Quick, fast, in a hurry, chat. We're still on that Zoocci Coke Dope chat. Okay? 1:42:52. That was it.
Of different lawyers. And all that happens is we get asked for documentation and information and proof and whatever it is that they're saying, this is the reason we're reaching out, this is the position of Sibabalwe and his team, this is the position of what is our response. And every time our lawyers send back the information, bro, we just send the stuff.
Yeah.
And there's nothing found wrong. There is no information that has come back. There's no findings. Every single time a different lawyer gets involved, it just stops because there isn't a case legally, because there's been nothing legally wrong.
There's no breach.
There's no breach. There's no nothing, right? So because
there's no breach, there's no nothing. The only person who's trying to breach, allegedly, is Zoocci by literally saying, "Get me out, get me out, get me out," and he's been bringing different sets of lawyers, and this whole time these lawyers are telling him that we can't find anything that can get you out of this contract, but how about I call one of my friend lawyers who can help you out. The other lawyer goes to the Shandis, there's nothing wrong. What are we doing here? What is Kunene gonna do to help Zoocci? I'm sorry, I'm trying to figure that out. You signed the dotted line, Zoo. Hold on, Chad. Am I crazy? Is the Sobering Podcast crazy? Because I'm waiting for the podcasters to say, yo, Vaughn, hold on, but this is wrong. I'm waiting for them to say that, because as far as contracts are concerned, Chad, I'm sorry. I can't help you. I'm a lawyer. I'm doing this by profession, and I just went through your contract, and I can't find anything. All right, cool. You fired. On to the next lawyer. The next lawyer tells him the same story. Yo, Zoo. Yeah. Don't know how to help you here, bro. Hardy. Bro, it's been going on for too long. So what is Homestyle gonna do? What is Kenny gonna do?
That there's a frustration that builds because maybe he can't get his way or what he wants to do, but that's not
They want Zoo for his obligations. Simple.
how life works.
Hardy. Bro, you signed up bro, you made a commitment that I say for the next somewhat years, I'm committed to operating in this type of fashion. There was a whole list of things or expectations or job description that you had to abide by as Zoo. Unfortunately, you signed the contract and now you're obligated to perform those duties. And if you are not gonna perform those duties, then you breaching the contract, Zoo. You breaching the contract. And there's consequences when you breach contracts. These clauses in contracts that say if you do not meet your obligations or your duties that you are literally signing your life away to, then these are the consequences. So unfortunately, the consequences are going to get exercised, and Stay Low as the business operators have the right to do such and such. And you as Zoo said, it's fine, you guys can do it if I do not, abide by to the duties that I'm signing my life away to. The poison. Sounds like Homeside's got the short end of the stick. Askis. Chat, am I crazy? Yo, Siv is saying, and you can't just send us a couple of tracks and call it an album. We want you to sit creatively, work hard. We open a marketing budget and fully milk the album to the drop. So he's trying to take shortcuts. Unfortunately, dog, we'll probably get to that part of the contract or that part of the whole fuckery, for lack of a better word. You know what I'm saying? Where Zoo was trying to, give them a few songs and say, I've met my obligations, let me go. I don't know. We literally need to go through guys, this is gonna be a long stream and it's a Saturday, so I'm not even sleeping. Who cares about sleeping? We up. Stop playing with me. Haven't had a 8-hour stream in a long time. Let's do it.
Works, bro. It's like if there was a legal issue, that would have been discovered through the 3 sets of lawyers we've dealt with.
Yeah.
Right? So in that process has gone on for quite a while, right? You can imagine, bro, you know how long this stuff takes, dog. So, send a letter, you send a letter back, you wait, and send a letter back and forth, and it just doesn't materialize quickly. So that takes its own time.
Yeah.
During that time, agreements stay in place. So if the agreements are not being adhered to, things just stop while that happens, right? So that's kind of what the majority of this time has been. Recently, we got to a point where like a third party got involved again, came and spoke to us. We once again went through the process. The third party was under a different impression. The facts speak to a different thing. They received the facts, they looked at it, okay, hold on, maybe there's a way we can get through this. Bro, we got right to the point where, again, we reignited the idea and said, listen, if we do this, we're happy to go our separate ways afterwards. Done. No problem, right? At that...
If we do this, meaning if there's a payout, literally, probably, possibly buys yourself out of this contract, we're willing to terminate everything and part ways. Can you guys at least meet us, I'm not going to say halfway, but that way? Clearly, it still hasn't materialized. Otherwise, Homeslice, Kunene wouldn't be on public platforms talking about Zoocci's business. Clearly, that still hasn't materialized. Clearly, Zoocci hasn't bought himself out of the contract. Literally, I think that's what Vaughn is alluding to. Let's play it back a biggie.
Like a third party got involved.
There we go.
Things just stop while that happens, right? So that's kind of what the majority of this time has been. Recently, we got to a point where like a third party got involved again, came and spoke to us. We once again went through the process. The third party was under a different impression. The facts speak to a different thing. They received the facts, they looked at it, okay, hold on, maybe there's a way we can get through this. Bro, we got right to the point where, again, we reignited the idea and said, listen, if we do this, we're happy to go our separate ways afterwards. Done. No.
Dase, right? Siv is saying that's what every artist tries to do. If Zoocci had the guap, he would just pay for it to be terminated. Literally. I think that's what Vaughn is alluding to. You know what I'm saying? They want to cash out, not just terminate. They're very smart, as they should be, Eeps. We're not getting into business. We're not getting in bed together, and I'm not gonna bust a nut. The blood, what are we doing here? I need to release something. And if you leave me with blue balls, we beefing. Have to be beefing. Crazy analogy, works for me. Pause, by the way. All I'm saying is that Zoocci probably wanted to get out of the contract without meeting his profit margins that the label were anticipating. We spent money on you, Buddha. We spent guapito on you. We had a whole budget set out for you, man. We already allocated certain deposits that have to be reserved for your albums to be recorded and released. So now, our contract with those deposits that have been paid with those set businesses that have to provide services, we can't get them back. Unfortunately, Zoocci, you owe us money, allegedly. Guys, this is the music industry, this is the music business. If you don't know music education, unfortunately, it's gonna be a tough conversation for you to literally understand. Not to say that I'm an expert or anything of that nature, but these are kind of basics. These are literal basics. Askisi. You feel what I'm saying? So it's kind of childish to some degree that Zoocci just wants to walk away scot-free without meeting his duties and obligations that he signed up to. You feel what I'm saying? Siv goes on to say that that's what every artist tries to do. We read that already. That contract is definitely worth an M or two. Probably, right? I mean, Zoocci is Zoocci, so I'd be shocked if it's anything less than an M. I'd be shocked. No way, fuck no. That contract is definitely worth an M or two. That's why they are being so patient with the situation. They want to make money with Zoocci, and he doesn't want to help them make the money, or he doesn't want to, you feel me, make these brews profit, pretty much, right? Siv also goes on to say that even if they haven't spent money on him yet, they want to spend money to make money, obviously. And he's like, nah, because of personal views. Childish. That is not how business works. I'm sorry, Zoocci. It's not how business works, especially in the music business. Guys, again, I said this 3 years ago. This episode is from what, 2 years ago? Yeah. I said this 2 years ago, guys. I was like, yo, watching this episode, I was like, Zoocci, I knew it. I knew Zoocci just wants to, walk away scot-free without literally meeting his end of the bargain, end of the deal. Literally. And that's exactly what happened. You know what I'm saying? That's exactly what the bro said on this podcast. You know what I'm saying? I was like, yo, this is just probably another empty situation where, an artist just got the short end of a stick in a contract that they signed. Didn't read the fine print. Zoocci is a smart bro. I'm 100% sure Zoocci read the fine print. 100% sure. You know what I mean? But now because this white bro Vaughn stepped on his toes, now it's like, oh my God. Kunene goes around on podcasts calling everybody racist now. Come on, bro. I knew that Kunene was bugging. I knew he was tweaking. I knew it. Siv is like, yo, they let him keep his label with its catalog. They just want him to meet his end of the deal. Point blank, period. Hardy. Bro, we literally let you keep your whole label, dog. We let you vibe, poison, with Piff Audio. You can have Piff Audio. It's fine. You wanted to terminate the contract with the management? Cool, buddy. You mad that one of your managers stepped on your toes. You guys had a little personal altercation that was work-related, and now you pissed about it. We're going to let you go. Fine. Scott's free. Terminate the management contract. A week later, a month later, however long it took, allegedly, you wanted to also terminate the Piff Audio Stay Low, Piff Audio little alliance. No problem. Vie. It's fine. You don't want to meet your obligations under that contract? Vie. It's fine. But there's a bigger contract than that one, poison. You signed to Steyn Entertainment. That's a whole bigger situation, that one. You know what I'm saying? Unfortunately, dog, you just have to give us a certain percentage of our of the investment that we probably allegedly contributed in your career. We were expecting, we had projections to make an X amount of money, and since you want to dip, I guess we're not gonna see those profits, but at least meet us halfway, meet us in a certain, I don't know, I was gonna say tax bracket, wrong word. Meet us, to at least give us this amount of money so that we can at least recoup the losses that we already made on your career. How did you? And if you can't do that, boy, you're not going anywhere. Guys, these are basics. I knew it. I knew that Kunene was bugging. I knew Kenny was bugging. Now he has to go explain in court why he literally threatened these brews. He literally threatened these brews, talking about, yo, money is not bulletproof, and your blood clot brews don't know for a fact that in the streets where I'm from is Kunene, we deal with brews like you the street route. Bro, ideally, allegedly, that's pretty much what Kenny was saying. Tough words coming from somebody who's saying that I'm going to help Zoocci. Those are tough words. And unfortunately, with words like that, you're not going to help Zoocci at all, whatsoever. You know what I'm saying? I'm sorry. But let's keep going, Chad. Tough.
No problem, right? At that, you wanna say?
Yeah, just before we proceed too far, because I don't know if you had liberty to say exactly what was required for you guys to separate. Was it just like give us an album and then dip?
Yeah, there's
in layman's terms, just to put it bluntly.
Yes. To put it bluntly, it would be like it depends on how you package it. The way we do things as a label is we don't say it must be an album, it must be an EP. Yeah. There's a certain amount of songs that we then collaborate on to say. But to answer your question in layman's terms, I would say it would probably be an album and an EP. It could be one album and a deluxe. It could be anything like that, right? It just depends on how we decided.
Chat, does anybody know how many albums or EPs Zoocci did with Stay Low? Does anybody know?
To package it collectively, okay? So when,
Yeah, and so I just want to get a couple of things clear before we proceed further.
Sure.
And in the songs that he sent to you, which was 2-3 days later, after that agreement.
No, he didn't send the songs.
Oh,
he didn't send the songs.
Are not sent.
Yeah, he didn't send the songs. I think what he was at that point. I think what he was thinking was I think at that I don't want to speak incorrectly, but I think he was looking to release something outside of Stay Low, because it was something that the fans wanted or whatever the case is. And then I think the correction was no, bro, if you release anything, it has to go through Stay Low. That's what the agreement says. And I think that there was a fallout or a misunderstanding of how that works, you see. Yeah. And then that progressed into more frustration. And then,
guys, what are they talking about? Zoocci wanted to drop something outside of Stay Low? Wait, somebody did mention this, man. What? Who did Zoocci want to work with? And Stay Low was like, boy, it's not happening. Did he want to do a collaborative tape with somebody outside of Stay Low? Can't remember. Guys, please, chat. If anybody knows, please let us know. Let's go.
And what happened is the lawyers came, and then there was and sometimes, bro, when you feel a certain way, you receive feedback from your lawyers and them going, yo, there's nothing wrong with this. In fact, this is actually one of the better deals we've seen in the country. That's not always the best thing to hear, right?
Let's keep it a stack, dog. I can't imagine Zoocci getting a pop deal. Zoocci is one of the most treasured hip-hop acts in the country. I can't imagine Zoocci getting a pop deal because he's got mad leverage. The brew is boost talented. The brew has a whole sound. Bro, who's 25K without Zoocci? Who's Demondays without Zoocci? Should I keep going? Stop playing with me. You know what I'm saying? Homestars is Himothy. Does he work for Sony? Is he an engineer in Sony? I don't know. Probably. Is he making beats for Sony? I don't know. Probably. Brew is different. Himothy. He's home slice. On a serious note. So, I can't imagine Zoocci sitting there with his whole representatives chilling with the execs there in Steyn Entertainment and Stay Low management team, and they duke him off of his rightful financial, deserving type of margins. I feel like they would make sure that Zoocci gets paid well. You know what I'm saying? and Zoocci still feels like he got the short end of the stick? I don't know, Chad. I don't know. I don't think so. At this point, Kenny Kunene just has to leak the blood clot contract. Fuck is we talking about?
Because that is the truth. The truth is the collective deal that that he was on is bro. I mean, it was very good. Like, it was actually, to be honest with you, I got in trouble for that deal. Yeah, my MD sat down to me and said, like, I remember Dale saying to you and I, going like, hey, you guys don't wanna make money, bro. Yeah. You know, and I was going, damn, I thought that was a good move. But it was like, that's actually how good the deal was. It was very much in favor of Zoocci, right? Yeah. It's just that when you don't feel that way, you might think that it's not, and that's just not the truth, right? So to get to that point, so like recently even, bro, like recently this year, this is why we're only speaking about it now, because at this point, I don't honestly, Doc, I don't even know like what else we can do. So we got to a point where we had this conversation again.
Allegedly, them Brews even gave Brew like a contract to a point where they even got almost in trouble with home slice. With Dale. Dale was like, yo, are you Brews trying to make money or not? Like, how are you going to give this Brew such a deal? Are you guys crazy? Dale is like, yo, where's Fred? I'm here. Hey, Fred, where's Vaughn? I need you guys in my office right now. How the blood clot did y'all give Zulu such a contract? Do you guys want to make money or not? You guys, if you ask me for bonuses, allegedly, if you ask me for bonuses by the end of this flipping year, you guys are bugging. Because your bonus is in Zoocci's pockets. Y'all give this Brew too sweet of a deal. You're not going to ask me for bonuses. Blood clot is y'all talking about. Feels like that's what Vaughn is saying, if what he's saying is true. You know what I'm saying? I don't know Vaughn, I don't know Fred, but Fred strikes me as a real nigga. I mean, you heard what Saul said. Not Fred. You talking about the Fred that was working for Hype magazine? Nah, not Fred. You know what I'm saying? Because I won't lie, man. This guy's career has been so clean to a point where it's like, I'm not meat riding, I'm sorry. Hey, XC, hold on, pause. This guy's career has been so clean that I can't imagine Fred, duking niggas and literally, you know what I'm saying? I just can't see Fred doing. Fred strikes me as a CZ drama type Brew. Real niggas. Real Brews. I won't lie, I'm sorry. I look up to these men, like, pause, Jesus Christ. But I really do be looking at them and say, like, you know what I'm saying? Like, I aspire to be, these Brews, they like, powerful Brews, they like operating as my hot money in the game, like, you know what I'm saying, like, literally. So dog, I don't know, man. I just feel like Stay Low has really been, bending over for Zoo, boys. Really feel like they've been bending over for Zoo, and he just wants to literally raw dog them all the way down to all kinds of situations, to a point where he has politicians literally putting up on podcasts and talking about the whole situation. I'm sorry, but I'm not with this chat. I'm not with what Kenny and Zoo are doing. I'm sorry. Can I just be the only person in the country who literally feels like Zoo is just taking this a bit too far by involving Brews like Kenny Kunene? Can Zoo just suck up whatever altercation he had with Vaughn? Literally forgive himself and forgive Vaughn for whatever Vaughn said or did. Literally drop music, Stay Low, and call it a day. Literally have everybody move on from this situation, and we can have our Zoo back. We just miss Zoo. Zoo. Like, we just want your music, buddy. Can y'all just slip this shit under the rug? Can we keep it pushing? I still fucking believe. Do we need politicians going on podcasts threatening empires? Talking about, presidents have fallen. Presidents have been destroyed. Kings have been destroyed. Powerful people have been destroyed by 16-year-olds. Money is not a bulletproof. Do we need all of that energy? I don't think we need that. Can somebody pick up the phone, tell Kunene to tell Zoo to relax, drop music, keep it pushing. Askisi, Hadi. Whatever happened, I'm sorry, on whoever's behalf. Can we just go back to the music? I say believe. We miss Zoo. We miss Zoo. Free Zoo. Free Zoo. Free Zoo. I say fucking believe. What's his name? Sibabele. Sibabele. Please, free Sibabele, dog. Blood clot are we doing here? Homestyle is talking about, hold on, chill. Let me read Homestyle's comment. He's talking about, now that he's raising war, how can he guarantee the label? How can he guarantee the label not? Oh, not. I'm reading that as now. How can he guarantee the label not pushing whatever he drops? That could then hurt his career. They're passing apologies now. They are past apologies now. Literally, guys, I can't read. I'm sorry. Literally, dog. Literally, dog. You know what I'm saying? But one thing that I would say, nah, whatever Zoocci drops right now, it's gonna shake up the country. Facts, easily. Because whatever Zoocci works on shakes up the country. That's how much bro. I almost say something crazy, but I say, if there's one person who might fuck around and literally bounce back, like have a crazy bounce back, and actually probably even to a point where he claims the title or the throne, because right now no one is number one in the country. We do not have a number one hip hop act in the country right now. Blackie's not number one. Nasty's not number one. Reese is not number one. I'm sorry, we don't have a number one. But having somebody who can be like, you know what, give me that shit, could be Zulo. Could be Zoo. Did I say Zulo? My bad. Could be Zoo, literally. Zoocci Coke Dope, he might be a real dealer. If he just sucks up whatever happened 3 years ago. It's been a long time. 3 years ago. Keeps it pushing, drops music. I promise you, Homestyles could literally just take over the country to a position where we need it to be. Because right now, things are a bit quiet right now. South African hip-hop, guys, make South African hip-hop great again. Things are a bit quiet right now.
We reignited and said we just have to deliver the first obligations. After that, we're happy to go. Partaking in the release of them, release them, we roll them out, boom. He then sent a wave file, like an hour-long wave file of about, I think the total, I think it was about 16 songs, Fred, or 17, 18 songs.
Just under 20.
So he sent one long wave file of the music and then a track list, right?
An iMessage initially.
Like
a
a
stereo file. They give
Yeah.
us split.
Like all the songs just like that, so you can't see track. But then you saw a track list, right?
Right.
And then so we received that, and then we were like, okay, it's a step.
We're
right?
going somewhere.
The next step is to say, what we did do is we sent through a credit sheet, and we just said, hey man, because this would be the responsibility of anyone distributing the music, we need to have the exact credits of who these people are, what kind of financial demands this producer wants or this feature wants. Because at that point, like, you don't have like a fluid relationship. So like if Mecca pulls up to me and says, yo man, I got Stogie on this joint, like, I'm going to say to her, like, oh, so did you and Stogie speak about the business? She'll be like, yeah, no, we're going to do an exchange on verses. All right, cool. We know what that is, right? I don't have to necessarily like do because you have to be strategic and careful about the way that you deal with people in the industry, and especially artists, and you want to respect their craft. You want to pay them what they do. 100%. You want to do the right things, but sometimes you also want to make sure that if the artists have a relationship, that takes the precedence, you know, and then they figure it out also with each other, because that's also a healthy way to encourage the collaboration of the business side, right? So we sent through the credit sheet. That never came back. We never got the WAV files. Everything went quiet. And
if that's true, again, if what Vaughn just said right now, if that's true, guys, then who's really being difficult here, guys? We love Zoo. Who doesn't love Zoo? We all love Zoo. But this hatred towards labels without really looking into the nitty-gritty informations. The nitty-gritty informations. Those are also important too. And it really sounds like, judging from this whole podcast or this segment of the podcast, it really sounds like Zoo is kind of a D word. I'm sorry. We love Zoo. I love Zoo. Who doesn't love Zoo? Everybody in this live right now loves Zoo. Facts. Can't think of anybody, bro. I've never met nobody who's been talking ill about Zoo. Nobody. Even these blues, bro, I'm convinced that these guys also respect Zoo. I feel like they really do respect Zoo's craft to a point where they even, had a whole alliance with Stay Low and Piff Audio to have a little, sub label underneath Stay Low, which is also underneath Bloodshot Steyn Entertainment. How is that not love? To say, we're willing to work with you even on your own label. I said, please, can we? Zoo said yes. Zoo, please. We'll also let you sign your own artist and we'll help you with everything there. Please, can we work with you? I feel like they started off this relationship on a very, very good note. And it just took a left turn, like out of nowhere. With Vaughn and Zoo having a little clash, they bumped heads. So two men literally bumped heads and everything just came falling apart. But who's really getting affected like that on a serious note? Who's really getting literally like annihilated by this whole clash of these two bulls going at it? Zoo is getting flipping annihilated in this whole situation because he's not dropping music. He lost his car. What else is he losing? How many kids does Zoo have? I know one, probably on 2 right now. How is that not affecting his relationship at home with family? I can imagine that Zoo is not really having a life right now because of this whole situation. He's probably having a good life, but it could be better. All because Zoo doesn't want to let things slide and just, like dust off his shoulder, get his act together. It just sounds like Zoo doesn't want to. Guys, I'm trying my best not to use certain words, and I'm not gonna use those words because it's gonna come off as disrespectful. And I love Zoo. Who does it? You know what I'm saying? So before I say anything crazy, let me just leave it at this. Zoo, let it go. Please give us music. Drop that shit. Meet these bros halfway. Sounds like they really want to release music and just let you go. Please just do that, buddy. Remember a couple of years back, Lil Wayne was also in a similar situation with Baby. You guys remember that, right? Remember Lil Wayne had a whole little moment with did I say Lil Baby? I'm talking about Birdman, right? He had a whole little altercation with Birdman. And I think Tunchi was just tweeting, talking about, yo, get me out of this YMCA, give me out of this Cash Money contract. This is slavery, all that jazz. And Baby was like, yo, that nigga signed to me for the rest of his life. He's not going nowhere. And we thought Baby was playing. Look now, they managed to resolve all of that shit. And Wayne started dropping music again. I think it was the Carter 6. Wayne was trying to drop the Carter 6. And he didn't want to drop it under Birdman. He didn't want to drop it under Cash Money. Probably felt like, yo, these blues have been eating off of my catalog and they owe me money. They stole money from me. And they managed to resolve it and fix it. Wayne was like, I'm not dropping music. Baby was like, you bugging. You will drop music. And Wayne ended up dropping music. Still on under Cash Money. They managed to figure it out. I think it's just one of those situations again with Zoocci. Drop music the same way that Lil Wayne dropped music under the label. And Stay Low is willing to let you go. I don't think Baby let Lil Wayne go. I doubt he did. I doubt. You know what I'm saying? I think it's the same situation with Zoocci. Just drop music, let it slide, let's keep it pushing. Done. Clean. Nah, Zoocci doesn't want to do that. Now he has to suffer. Come on, bro. I feel like these bros really tried to figure something out with Zoo, but Zoo doesn't want to figure nothing out with these niggas.
We're in a position now where we just haven't heard anything back. And it's just like a thing of there's this idea out there that we are holding Zoocci back from dropping.
Yeah.
But that's just not the truth. We've been trying to get the songs to release the music so that we can part our ways quite amicably as much as we possibly can, but that just hasn't happened. And then the second thing that we've heard is that nobody else can drop music if they've worked with Zoocci, which is also just not true. Because I was on the phone with Kilo before the album dropped, and I've been asking Sony for months, bro, when are you dropping this Kilo album? Now we haven't received the songs. I said, yo, when you guys get them, just clear the production with us.
Yeah.
No problem, bro. Kilo must release. Spoke to Kilo, said the same thing to him. So it's like, if people are working with Zoocci, have features.
And guess what happened? Kilo dropped.
Or have
25K dropped. You know what I'm saying? No flipping. Maybe there was a back and forth, but literally, bro, Vaughn so far, he sounds like a bruise. Like, bro, Zoo, please just try to meet us halfway. I know you and I had a little scuffle. I'm not gonna apologize. You're not gonna apologize. Maybe they did apologize to each other. We don't have to work together ever again. But please, bro, just drop the music. Let's keep it pushing, please. Zoo is like, nah, fuck that. I'm still mad. At this point, Zoo just sounds like, I'm not gonna say it.
Production with him.
Yeah.
The only thing that we're saying is you have to honor the contract, which requires a clearance of a verse or a clearance of production through the label
Through Stay Low,
that is working with Zoocci officially on paper.
Yeah.
Right? That's it. If
And
that
you'll clear it. You're not.
we clear it.
We have.
We clear it. We have done that.
Yeah. I'll tell you
we have
what.
done it since everyone that does, we just clear it.
To the general public, the idea is that you guys are stopping him from working.
Absolutely.
Yeah, of course,
Yeah.
because that's
Yeah.
the narrative that they put out there. Because isn't that the one that's easy to believe?
Exactly.
Yeah.
It kind of is.
Because labels do that.
But also the less frequency of him dropping kind of adds to it.
Yeah. He's
You
not
know
dropping
what I
because he's
mean?
not sent the music.
Yeah.
That's what I'm trying to say.
That's his
to you.
choice,
My
literally.
brother, what I'm saying to you is like, if he sent us 10 masters in January.
Yeah.
I don't know what that meant. Yeah.
Into the chat. It
Right.
becomes like a
Absolutely.
big alliance.